Hello.
Hello, everybody. Sorry we tardy. It's a chaotic energy type of Friday, but it is Friday, so we're still gonna bring that energy with us. Um, Hello. Thanks for waiting. Thank you for all those watching on the replay. If you are watching on the replay, if you are watching live, tap that like button and ring that bell. Ring that bell. So you don't miss a single thing. Speaking of single things not to miss, I am going to be doing a live chat with Deidre from Shade Tree Reads tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to be talking about Redemptor by Jordan Ifueko. We did a buddy read of Ray Bearer, and then we did a chat on that book. So it's only fitting that we do it again for the amazing sequel. I cannot wait. So definitely put that in your calendar for today. See y'all back here at 6 p.m. So because of that, we're going to try to get out of here as close to 12 as possible. So if I'm speeding through the chat and you're like, she didn't read my comment, I did see your comment. And if it requires a verbal response, you will get one. And if it doesn't, and I just chuckle, that was me responding to your comment via laughter. So I am going to let my lovely co host introduce herself. I'm Britt, by the way. If you're here, you probably know that. But if you're new here, welcome. We hope you stay a while. My name is Britt. This is my channel, Britt Riderly. It's a book and author too, where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture. I share bookish content like book talks, such as I will have tonight. I share writerly content like writing blogs as I document my journey to traditional publishing, and original content like poetry. KaShay, who are you?
Hey everybody, I'm KaShay. My channel is Shay with the Hobbies. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. I am not exactly feeling the best today. So that's why I'm in a different location. I'm like in my bedroom, so there's that. But yeah, definitely ready to finish reading this arc that I got because the last 2 weeks kind of went by super fast and I didn't get to finish it. And so I'm like, hey, I need to finish it today. So that is my goal with these sprints. Back up, Titan.
Sorry, I'm pulling up this timer because it's a chaotic energy type of situation today. All right, so let's look at these. Hello, Nicole. Good morning, Brandy. Nicole and Brandy also have BookTube channels. If you haven't checked them out, check them
I feel like
out.
I feel like Brandy just uploaded a new video.
Yeah, I was like,
I feel like I
I
saw
saw it
that.
on her Instagram. Brandy also has a really great bookstagram. I think it's also Books with Brandy, but if it's not Brandy, feel free to correct me in the comments. Also, if y'all can hear the banging behind me, please excuse the maintenance men doing whatever they're doing loudly behind me. I have no control over it. You probably can't hear the banging. It's really loud at this point. So we're just gonna hop into a sprint and hopefully they're done in the next 20 minutes.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, sorry for the noise. And three, two, one. Y'all turn them pages. Hello, people. We are back from that sprint. How did everybody do, and how did my lovely co-host do?
I okay, I was gonna say I thought I just finished a chapter, but apparently I didn't. I'm like I have 2 hours and 28 minutes left in the book, so that's where I'm at.
Sorry. What book are you reading?
Souls by Kahila Harry. It's the arc that
Yes,
it
yes,
came
yes.
out yesterday, but because of like not feeling good, I haven't finished it. So I'm trying to finish it today so I can put my review up.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, cool. Well, I was working on excuse me. What was I doing just now? I was working on an outline, and I was doing some quick research on something that I was like, is this a real thing? Because I saw it in a medical TV show, but they don't always tell you the whole truth. So I had to make sure that they were telling me the whole truth, and they were. I was like, oh, look at that. Look at you being accurate, which is great for me because I'd already made it a whole thing in my story. And I was like, oh, I hope this is real. And it is. So we're all good. So now I can go the next sprint and just get through the rest of the outline. But I had to like go through and read this article to make sure, like, is this a thing and does it function like this? And is this a common practice of coping? Because if it is, that would be perfect. And if it's not, I'm gonna have to confront that. But things worked out in my favor. Amen.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so question one, are you satisfied with your reading pace this year? You satisfied, KaShay?
I was until the summer hit. Like the summer months, I have just not read a lot. Like it was two in May, three in June, two in July, one in August. I'm definitely trying to pick it back up for the fall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm satisfied. I'm reading a lot. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm actually like, it's one way or the other on the 7th. I'm going to slow down. Like, oh, wait, that's not true.
Yeah, I say we're buddy reading 2 books this month. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's not true. But here's what is true.
And we have Black Aweenathon in October, so I really don't know what you think you're going to be doing for the rest of the year but reading, but it's whatevs.
Oh, that's all true.
I already told you I'm working on the black and busy for October shirts because like that is exactly what October gonna be between SFFathon and Black Aweenathon both happening in October.
There's a black and busy shirt.
No, I want to make them because October. I was like October gonna be black and busy, and I was like, ooh, that'd be a nice shirt.
I will purchase. It's about time you had some swag anyway. Good morning, Penumbra. Nicole is very satisfied ahead of your goal by 10 books. And Heather, good morning. You're ahead and happy with your pace, but also feel like you've been slumpy and off for the entire year. Quite over. I'm also quite over. You saw I just was like, oh yeah, after this, I'm be done. That's not the case. But this will be my last arc. So I'm reading No Gods, No Monsters. It's very literary. It's a science fiction, it's just a sci-fi fantasy. It's very literary, and I'm not really in the headspace to be able to think as much as this book is calling me to think about. Like I already told you, like on like my first reading, they were like talking about Nietzsche, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can handle it.
Right.
And it's gone up from there. Also, say hello to Timmy the Turtle. Right up to my left here. This is my friend. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm very, very over it. Good morning, Tia. Good morning, Emma Ray. Need to catch up. All the editing and self pub stuff put me far behind my usual yearly reading. Yeah, for sure. Getting work done and listening to Wild Thoughts by Delaney Diamond on Scrib. Now, when you said Wild Thoughts, I was like, wow, wow, wow. but that's not Wild Thoughts by Diamond, not by Rihanna. Shine bright like a diamond. I was gonna tell myself not to do it, but then I was like, why? This is my channel. I don't know. I don't know what y'all want from me. Okay. Sit up. Look to your left. Slowly. Just push your chin over your shoulder. Just allow that stretch. Push your shoulders away from your ears. And just take a deep breath in. And out. Back to center. And over to your right. Deep breath in. And out. All right, people. Just bob your shoulders a little bit. All right, take a sip of something hydrating that is non-alcoholic.
Talking to you, Nicole. Her and Bree were on it last night. It was hilarious.
Listen, if you feel a spirit of conviction, answer the call. Okay, we're gonna hop into our second sprint where this is gonna be a 30. Question number 2, in one word, describe the mood of your favorite book this year. Be aware, no. Why do I keep trying to share this manuscript with y'all on my screen? I don't want that. Be aware, there's a boom at the end of this timer. Where is boom? Rocky and Bullwinkle. Ugh, I want to watch it again. What a good movie. Solid work by all. Anyway, okay, 30 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. Not me being on mute through the boom. Listen, but I was. Because I was trying to get farther in this outline, but I'm not even at the midpoint yet. So that's definitely what I'll be doing next sprint. So we're going to speed through these comments and then we're going back in.
Okay.
Thanks for the warning. You're welcome. It was for no reason. I literally put that in there at 58 seconds and still missed it. There's really no excuse. There's really no excuse. I'm trying really, really hard not to go get some string cheese right now. It's jalapeno.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. And it's marked Weight Watchers, and I'm like, that must mean it's fine. But I think if you eat 5 in a day, that still sort of starts to become a problem. Not that I've eaten 5 in a day today. I'm still fighting number one, but I'm like, you're about to eat in like an hour, give or take a 15 minutes. What's the reason for having some string? Like, why don't you do that when you have a bigger gap between meals? You don't need it right now. But when half of your apartment is kitchen, it's really hard not to constantly be eating because my kitchen and my living room are the same room. Like, really, the room is mostly kitchen, and I kid you not, it's 5% living room. Like, in the living room is just my couch against the wall. Like, this room is a kitchen. So it's hard not to be eating constantly. I don't know what you'll want from me. But in one word, describe the mood of your favorite book. Shay, how was that sprint and what you got for a mood?
Okay, hold on. Where am I? I feel like I read a lot more of that than before. Yeah, I'm at 58%, and I was like at 51%. I feel like
Okay,
that's what's up.
that's pretty
Um,
good.
yeah, it's getting more interesting at this point. So like,
Okay, so we page turning.
yeah, um, I just saw Tia's.
Yes, I'm like, thank you, Tia.
Okay, so I felt like I thought The Other Black Girl was my favorite book of the year, and the more that I've like sat with it and my thoughts on it, it's like but it's not though. Um, so for me, it's probably a tie between Akata Witch and Raybear. And for both of those, a word to describe both of those for me would be champion. I- Champion. I feel like both of those characters are champions in their own right, and they both overcome a hell of a lot in that first book, in their first stories. Like there's a lot that they get through and they deal with. Um, and I just think they're champions, and I love them. They're like two of my favorite characters for sure.
Mhm.
Sunny and Terrasai,
Yes, Teresa Kumbaya. What a name.
right? I
What
love
a
them.
name. That's beautiful. Behold what is coming. Mm-hmm. Um, describe the mood of your favorite book. So, if I'm saying my favorite book this year is Wings of Ebony, I would have to say that the mood of that book is urgent. Like from the very beginning, I think the first line of that book is "Bullets don't have names," but it's like you get in there and Rue is like giving this gift to her sister real quick and like watching to see if she gets it, and they're trying to get into trouble, and Rue was right there trying to save her, and then Rue's on the run, and then Rue gets captured, then Rue's on the run again. So like it's very urgent from the beginning, like it's very, very fast paced. So I would say the mood of that book is urgency. Like it's very, very high stakes, in your face, very immediate. What about the rest of you? Yeah, I already got to all those comments. Emma Ray and Tia came through. Thanks for the warning. It was all for naught. Okay. I don't see any comments right now, so we're just gonna hop into the next sprint. Penumbra got 361 words. If y'all want to pop a answer to question 2 in there, that's fine. Also remember to hydrate. I'm gonna put question 3 up, and we're gonna hop into our last 30 before we close with a 20.
Okay, good to me.
What is your favorite trope?
Hmm.
Okay, there will be a boom this time. And 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. All right, everybody. In that sprint, I got closer to being done with this outline. I really didn't think that this outline was going to take me literally the entire stream. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this real quick, send it to my CP, and then I'm going to read no more, no gods, no monsters. That has not been the case. And I have been relatively focused. Like I haven't been on my phone. I've just been like going through. But outlining takes time. That's what people have. That's what people have an entire prep table beforehand on. So, which is my mistake. Shay, how was that? Oh, my favorite trope. I don't know that I have a favorite trope. Yeah, I don't know that I have a favorite trope. Actually, I have a trope that I super duper hate, and that's the miscommunication trope. I think it's so ridiculous. But a favorite trope, I don't know. Maybe looking at y'all's will give me some ideas. Shay, how about you?
I got to 65% of the book during that one. I fed the dogs as well, so that was that. So okay, so question, because one, trope is still a very new word for me, and I feel like
Mhm.
whenever I hear people talk about tropes, they're talking about either romance or fantasy, both of which I don't read a lot of. So I read more thriller and contemporary than anything. So I'm not sure what are tropes in that.
Yeah, I mean a trope is basically like a typical pattern, a typical pattern of a story. So like, hey Vina, how are you? Thanks for stopping by on your lunch break, spending your num num time with us. We very much appreciate.
Vina also uploaded a new video this week. I was watching it last night before I fell asleep.
Oh, okay.
It was a
Everyone
reading
is uploading.
except for me. Haha.
so so a trope is like something that's done over and over again. Um like a particular pattern. So, like the miscommunication trope, when someone hears a part of a conversation, they go off half cocked and do something, and it's like you didn't hear the rest of the story, but you still act on it. It's like that's a pattern that gets used a lot in stories. So that's like the miscommunication trope, or the chosen one trope, which is Emma Ray's favorite, where like in Legendborn, where Bree is like, oh, I almost get a spoiler. Like in Legendborn, or like maybe like the Redemptor is sort of a chosen one trope because Tari Sai is what's the word? Is also a ray bearer and like that's been hidden, but she steps into that power, that sort of thing. So those are particular tropes where it's like the story is different, but there's still like a chosen one, someone who's supposed to come. Like that's an example of a trope. Um, I mean, I don't mind a chosen one trope. Ooh, maybe that. Okay, so Tia, I think my favorite trope in is revenge is the revenge trope for fantasy and friends to lovers for romance. Okay, I'm okay with a good revenge trope. I think it is very entertaining and very appropriately angsty. Like not angsty where it's just like pining over, but angsty where it's like I'm about to do something. So I like how active the revenge trope is. It's not as introspective. I think it gives, when I see it, it gives a really good mix of introspection and action. So my favorite revenge trope to date is The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winters. Chef's kiss. That is an excellent example of a revenge trope. I love it very much. So if from all of that you have an idea of what might be your favorite tropes, but it's
Well,
not just in fantasy.
unfortunately for you, everything that you named was fantasy, so it still didn't like help me. But if revenge is a trope, then I love. Well, okay, so I'm gonna be no. I don't love revenge stories. I love specific types of revenge stories,
Okay.
because we're not about to do this, sir. I know, but like not right now. Right? Yeah. Go in the living room, please. Please go. Yeah, follow your sister. You see how she leaving? Goodness gracious. Um, goodness gracious. So I feel like yeah, like I feel like revenge that I like is I like revenge that it's not just for you, it's to protect other people, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my God, they did me wrong. I gotta get it back. Like I don't like that. But it's like
Hmm.
I gotta stop them from doing stuff to other people. Like I gotta save other people too. Like I like that.
Hmm. So like
So
vengeance, not revenge.
right, vengeance, not revenge. Right. I
Okay.
like so if that's a trope, then I like it.
Okay.
That's all I got, y'all. I was
That's a
like,
no, it's good. Okay.
and I was like, Legend Born's a fantasy. Raybear's
I
a
know. You said unfortunately for you.
fantasy.
So like that what's her name? Cameron. Who wrote Full Disclosure? Now I'm brain farting on it.
Was it
Cameron
Cameron
Garrett.
Garrett? Cameron
Yes.
Garrett? Yeah.
Hmm. So like a person with a like that's a trope. Like a person with a secret, where like a blackmailer, where it's like, I know this about you. Do this by this time, or I'm gonna out you. So like
I like
that,
yeah,
and
I
then
like
also if
that.
like someone is lying by Karen McManus. I know this about y'all. Um, what who was it on that app? Whoever on that app that had something on all five of them, like, so that's also sort of a trope, like the person, a blackmailer, a blackmail trope sort of.
I think the other thing I like is I like when like you're told like stories where you're told something and like there's more than one way to interpret it, and like as the reader you're like, this person interpreted that sentence completely wrong. Like why was this the first thing you went with? So kind of like blood like magic, like when she said what she said, like I was like, no, it can't be that. Like that's too easy. That would make the book too easy. So I like those where it's like
Hmm.
more than one way to interpret something. But I don't
Hmm.
know if that's
Yeah.
a trope. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's a thing that happens, so I think you could call it a trope if we're thinking about like tropes as patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Or things that get done over and over again, but are not quite cliche because they're not tired. And you can tire out a trope if you just do it the same way over and over again. But you can do trope, you can remix tropes in a lot of cool ways that make them fresh and not cliche. Nicole, favorite trope, hate to love, and forced proximity. I do enjoy forced proximity. And Marae, circling back to question number 2, she said, give me another chance. Sorrowland by River Solomon, and the mood is survive. So survival, a mood of survival, cool. And then love a good chosen one. Hi Alicia, I don't think I've seen you in our FriYAY sprints before, but welcome. We hope you stay a while. You're not late. You're right on your own time. Becca popping in too.
With a new avatar. Woo woo.
All right. Uh-oh. We just jumped. Okay. Tia, favorite choke revenge. Okay, yeah, I saw that. Becca also all about revenge. Cozy mystery, they often have the cop love interest. That is the thing. I don't love to see it, but it is very often a thing. I saw it in um this coffee house mystery series. I forget who wrote the coffee house. Who wrote the coffee house mysteries?
Yeah, and a few of the ones I was reading for my research, that was a thing. And I was like, well, I'm glad that the cop in my story is her best friend's dad, because that's not gonna happen. So that works.
Yeah, so the coffee house mysteries,
Stop
but
it. I feel you. I feel you, sir.
what happened? Never read romance, but I'm sure my favorite trope is black love. I mean, black love is more a subgenre than a trope,
I think
but
I just like to be like it was like a smarty. remark, right?
Oh, I mean, I should have assumed that if it was Salter.
Like, hey, like I don't read romance, but if you had to ask me what my favorite is, Black Love, Black Love. That's it.
Period. Yeah, there is a lot of cop things. So the Coffee House series by Cleo Coyle, that the cop is the love interest, and then and um
I like that it wasn't in Hollywood Homicide too. Like I like that the love interest was not a cop.
no, it wasn't. No, it was not. And then the other one I was gonna say was the Noodle Shop Mystery series by Vivian Chin. Those are also the cop is there. But no, you're right. Was it in what's the ice cream shop one? The
No, he's
Deadly
a
Scoop.
professor. He's a professor.
Okay.
So yeah, no, he's not a cop.
Okay. Tamara Woods has a cop love interest in her Hawaii Cozy Mysteries. Yeah, it's in there. Deadly Inside Scoop. Thank you, Emmy. Now I'm serious though. I'll get to it at some point, but I know it's gonna annoy me if that trope is excluded from all the stuff I used to experience the genre. I mean, there's a booktube collab channel called Now That's What I Call Black Love. That is a collaboration between Deidre from Shade Tree Reads, who's gonna be on my channel tonight as we talk about Redemptor, and Ashley from Bookish Realms. They have Now That's What I Call Black Love. It's a booktube channel that only talks about black romance. So if you wanna make sure that you're gonna be reading books that are gonna be black love, definitely every single book they talk about on Now That's What I Call Black Love is about black love. So I'll just pop that channel. Now that's what I call black love. So I'll just put that in the chat, but you should definitely check that out if you want some black love recs. I like the struggling to forgive and lovers with baggage trope. I think that can be well done. I think it can be very angsty and annoying also. Like, what type of baggage? And like, you can have whatever kind of baggage you want, but how are you living with that baggage and how are you forcing others to live with that baggage? It gets old real quick for me to constantly be tripping over your baggage.
Yeah, like as much as I love the McLean Brothers series, when I was like reading it, like, whoo, girl, y'all just got a lot of problems. What is wrong with y'all? I
Leave
just,
them alone. Now with
like,
Kim, I was like, Kim, come on now, Kim. Come
Kim
on
was
now,
my
Kim.
least favorite story of
She's
all, and I
everyone's least
hated it because
favorite.
I love me some Leland, but
Oh,
like
and that's how it goes. Everyone's like, Kim is my least favorite, but Leland of
Leland
the
is
Beard. Oh
amazing.
yeah.
Leland is amazing. I just yeah. But yeah, no, Brit always gets my. We were talking about this last night, like in the stream. Heather had said that Ashley was like quoting which book she thought she'd finish and that she wouldn't finish the fifth season. And Satra was like, "That's dope that like somebody knows your reading taste that well." And I was like, "If anybody knows each other's reading taste, is me and Brit. Like
It's true.
we know when the other person is not gonna finish it, so we'll just like tell the other about the story, but we know the other one ain't never gonna read it. Like y'all, I know about so many books that I will never ever open. Ever. And same with her. Like she's not gonna read Black Book. Like there's nothing I'm gonna do to get her to read that book. Like
Absolutely not.
and I want it because I need to discuss it with somebody, but she ain't gonna read it. So there's that.
Absolutely not. Mm-mm. No, we already did the other black girl, and KaShay knows that was a
That
stretch.
was a struggle. If it
For me.
wasn't for us buddy reading it for the thing, which I'm like praying that White Smoke and Bad Witch Burning do not do the same thing to us this month.
Hopefully not. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Bat Witch Burning, so I'm like, okay, and I think that KaShay may like it. From what I'm hearing of it, from like looking at the synopsis, I'm like, okay, KaShay may really like this. I don't know what's going on with the spammers. They have been blowing me up all morning, and I'm like, who gave out my number? You're dead to me. Don't ever speak to me again. But yeah, I'm hopeful that Bat Witch Burning will be good. White Smoke, I have no idea. But Ashley did a review on it and she seemed to be loving it. So like we'll see. But yeah, KaShay and I do know each other's taste pretty well because we're both just very, very clear about what we do and don't want. So that makes it very easy. Tia said reading the other black girl was a bad decision for me. this is why I'm thinking that I might like Bad Witch Burning, because I'm not hearing a lot about like
Right.
white people or whiteness. I'm like, okay, I think KaShay will appreciate that, and I darn sure will. So like, this could be good. So
That's
we'll
what
see.
excites me about it is that. And yeah, no, the other black girl, I feel like so many of us went into it wanting to see it because of what we
How
had
it was
heard about it and
right.
how it was marketed. And then we got to it and it was like, this is not at all what it is. Like, it's not Get Out. I think the one I've heard people say was accurate was The Devil Meets Prada is like semi accurate. But I've never even seen that. Titan, stop it. She is
Titan
not
gotta go to
moving.
the bathroom.
And nah, he's doing it because she's on a blanket that he want to be on. And Cleo's not moving because Cleo's a diva. So there's that.
Cleveland said you have to deal with that Titan. That listen, major plus for me.
You know that's my favorite book.
Major plus. So okay, between Tia and Vina, I'm feeling like this could be a good read for us. And we're reading that for Black Aweenathon? No. No, no,
No, we're
no.
reading that this month for Writerly Conversations because we're having a live on my channel this month.
Okay.
That Witch
Yeah.
Burning in White Smoke. Black Aweenathon starts in October.
Man, you're right. I am not done with these books. I really was gonna. I was trying to finish No Gods, No Monsters, but that is just looking highly unlikely that I finish that by it coming out in 4 days, and I'm like 20 something percent in. I just can't like. I'm just whelmed. I'm just overwhelmed. I need
Yeah.
it to be an audiobook. I cannot do a physical arc. I can't. And I
Yeah.
hate that. I'm one for one. So like I finished Redemptor before it came out. I'm probably not gonna finish No Gods, No Monsters before it comes out. I'll try. Like I'll try to like mostly be reading tomorrow, but and possibly Monday, but it's still very unlikely. It is still very unlikely. Okay. Uh yeah, I've seen The Devil Wears Prada and it didn't give me the other black girl.
Oh, see, I read reviews that said it did. I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know. I just was like, nothing that they said about this book did I get when I read it.
No. Because
And
then
I
also
honestly only liked it because we don't get enough anti-hero stories. And
right.
that is
I thought
why I
that was
liked it
really
because
good.
I was like she wasn't a good character. And like normally in books, like the main character learns some lesson and is great and does something and is changed for the better. And that didn't happen. And I appreciated that fact. But outside of that, like it was triggering AF because I have an issue with the stuff that publishers actually put out and praise for black people
Mhm.
because for those of us that are still writing,
Right.
like
And trying to get in the trap pub, it's like, oh
right,
goodness.
like is this what I have to do? Do I have to shit
Compromise
on
my
my own
story.
people to get my book out? Because if I do, then I guess I'm just gonna be indie published. Because what I'm not gonna do
Forever and ever.
is write a book that's gonna make my people feel some type of way, purposefully at least.
Right. Whoa. So Penumbra said I'm interested in White Smoke because I want to see how it does with addiction and mental health was recommended to me. Okay. I didn't
I
know
didn't
that
know
White
it had
Smoke
anything to do with
did that.
addiction or mental health.
Yeah, I didn't know how they did that. Already pre-ordered No Gods, No Monsters audiobook. Now, if I had an audiobook, I'd be done. But it's
But see,
just
like if you have a thing, like when it comes out, right, you could do it and listen to it and still put your review out. It just might be a little late.
wait, what did you say?
So like if you have like an Audible credit or if it ends up being on Scribd once it comes out, you
Yeah.
could still listen to it and then put your review out after you listen to it so you still get it out. It just be a little late.
Does that count though? Like they gave me this book as an art, so I could publish a review before it came out. I feel bad publishing a review after. Not that I definitely
Right, but
won't.
you still got it. So if you don't publish a review at all, that to me would be worse than putting it out late. Not doing it at all would be worse, in my opinion.
I mean, that's because right, if I end up continuing to read it, I'm like, I really don't like this book. Then I wouldn't want to review it if I was like, this book really sucked. Although I don't know. I think I was talking about this with Ashley, or Ashley was talking about it on her channel, and I was just talking to the screen. I felt like I was talking to Ashley, but she was saying something about like if a book is under a certain mark for her, that she like when she does an article, she won't put the review out there unless it's like super offensive or something, because like that's not gonna help um the author. And I'm like, yeah, especially a Black author. If I'm like, this book was a 2-star read just because I was just like wasn't vibing with it, I probably won't put out a review because I'm like, that's just me. That's just me. But I'll think about it. I'll keep reading it, and then
I know one thing Jessica does when she puts out a review is she'll be like, "Hey, I thought this book was this, but if you like these things, this might be a good book for you. It just wasn't
yeah,
for me." So not that I think the
yeah,
book is bad, but these are things that I don't necessarily care for, but I did receive this arc. So even that might be a thing. Cause like
yeah,
as I'm reading this arc, like I'm not necessarily 100% vibing with it, but I could definitely see where if you liked certain things, you would be into the story.
yeah. I'm really, really gonna try to get a review out before it comes out, but we will see. Honestly, like this book
I'm
may,
rooting for you.
huh?
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, this book just calls you to read slower,
Mm.
and it requires a lot of attention. And I just don't have that in the tank right now. And I honestly probably like I did not know this book was going to be so literary, but it is a more literary fantasy. I'm not in the mood for that either. I probably won't be in the mood for that for the rest of the year because I have so much to read. I just don't have the attention span at all.
Hmm.
Even if it was on audiobooks, I'm like, no, like really try to finish in these next few days just so you can be done with it, so that you can like take a beat and work on finishing for this We Need Diverse Books thing and like prep for White Smoke and Black Winathon, like all these things. I need a break from reading like books to plan out my reading through October.
Right.
So I'm like, let me just do that. We'll see. I'm really gonna try to like make a dent in it. Um, maybe tonight and tomorrow, but we'll see. Anyway, we over here just talking.
Mhm.
Okay, let's get into our last print. Our last print is gonna be a 15 instead of a 20 because we talked for longer than I expected, but it was good conversation. And if
Yeah,
I'm a
my
sucker
bad.
for anything, it's that now. I'm a sucker for good conversation. All right. And 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. This might be the sprint where I eat the cheese. I hope it's not, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm about to eat an orange.
right, people. That was our last sprint. How did y'all do? Number popped out. I ate the cheese, y'all. I'm sorry not to tell you. But number popped out. Thanks for coming. Have a great weekend. Yeah, I'm thinking that this is gonna be a good read for us, Shay.
Yeah, I just was already like emotionally trying to get myself ready for it because like, you know how I am by my grandma. So like,
Yeah,
like I feel like it's gonna be like good, but like it's gonna hurt too. And
yeah.
so I'm like now I'm like mentally getting myself prepared for that.
Well, this may be your wings. This may be the book that you were like, oh snap.
Like I feel seen. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna piece on out of here because your girl is less hungry and she needs more than cheese. So I hope that y'all have had a good sprint. We've done we did
An
the
hour
two
and 35
thirties. Sure, yeah, I'll leave the math to Shay. Yeah.
minutes.
Excuse me. We did like an hour and a half of work. Good on ya. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I hope to see you back here at 6 o'clock to talk about Redemptor. We will sorry. I scarfed that cheese and I probably swallowed more air than I should have, which is why I'm now burping. I'm just hungry. I'm
It,
trying to get my diet together, but I'm hungry.
I'm sorry. It's 6 Eastern tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
6 p.m. Eastern tonight. We will do spoilers, but we'll also have like a spoiler banner so you'll know when to cover your ears and corn thine eyes.
The fact
So
that
yeah.
I don't know any spoilers already is a miracle.
See?
It is a
But you
miracle.
better
Okay.
hurry because I don't know how long it's gonna
Oh.
last. Yes, Ray Bear is a completed duology. So Ray Bear is the first one, Redemptor is the second one, and it is good. It is amazing. So I'm gonna let Shay do her outro, and then hopefully I'll see y'all back here at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hey everybody, I'm KaShay. My channel is Shay with the Hobbies. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. I'm in a new location, just in the bed. Like I'm not trying to get up and do too much. I just let the dogs out, and your girl is like, I don't ever want to go outside ever again. The humidity kind of overwhelmed me. So yeah. uh, thanks for having me. This was fun as always.
100%. So we will see y'all at the next FriYAY. Lord Will Creek Don't Rise. If you are watching live or on the replay, smash that like button and ring that bell. Ring that bell. And until next Friday, bye.